It is another beautiful day here in Poland. We took the train from Warsaw to Krakow, and now we are gonna spend the day exploring Krakow, and it's snowing, so you know it's gonna be a good day.
There's a tram stop right outside of our hotel, so it's perfect for getting to the old town.
These trams, I don't actually know if they're called trams, but that's what we've been calling them. They are so convenient getting around Poland. They were amazing in Warsaw and now here in Krakow. Also, we just stepped off of the tram and wow, this place is already so stunning.
Now that we're in the old town, we started walking around and our eyes were drawn to the tallest building that we could see. This is Holy Trinity Church. It's Catholic. It looks pretty cool. Let's go walk over there and check it out.
I'm sure this church is beautiful no matter what season, but in my opinion, everything looks better when there's a little bit layer of snow on it. And this one, like, look at all the snow on it. Just makes it look so pretty. Like, truly, it's beautiful. When we arrived here, it was pretty dark, so we didn't really get to see anything. So this is our first time seeing everything in the light of day. And immediately when we stepped off the tram, I thought everything looks so much like older, not in like a bad way, like in a really good way. And we were trying to research to see if these are like the original buildings or if they had to rebuild like they did in Warsaw. And I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that these are all from like the 1200s, maybe later or a little bit earlier. So it's really nice to see some of the like actual Polish roots still here that didn't get destroyed. I'm just so happy that some of it got to be preserved. We walked into this square here. It's called Rica. I think I said that right, and it is so beautiful. All of the buildings are like yellow and red and just so bright and beautiful. And we have this insanely tall church over here. And Jacob is gonna talk about this statue over here. And the guy's name is pretty hard to pronounce, so I'm not even gonna try.
This guy was a poet in the 1800s, and his name is Adam Minowitz. No, that was wrong. Mikowitz? There it is. It's a really tall statue. It looks like, well, in the summer when I was looking at pictures, it looks like people like hang out like on the steps there.
You don't want to sit in the snow?
Probably don't want to just like hang out and sit there.
But this building behind it is really pretty too. Look at that. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up, but that's like the center of this entire square. We're only sitting on like half of the square right now, and if you walk around the building, we get to the other half.
We walked into the building that we didn't know what it was, and it looks like a lot of it, at least, is a market. Not a Christmas market, I think just like a normal market that's here all the time. It looks like there's like glass, jewelry, souvenirs, pretty much anything you want. Looks like they have it in here. We're now leaving that market, and it looks like when you come into this half of the square, it is the giant Christmas market that we will definitely be visiting very, very soon.
If you want to see us here at this market, make sure to subscribe as that video is coming out pretty soon.
We just walked through the market super quickly, and it looks like it's got a lot of good food. I'm really excited to come back and eat here. So much of my energy today is just going into not slipping because it is snowing, but you know, where people walk, it gets pretty slippery because the snow's melted, and so I'm just taking every step so carefully, especially when I'm holding our camera. Poland is quickly becoming one of my top winter destinations. A lot of that is obviously influenced by the snow, but it really just feels like a winter wonderland. And after this, we are headed, well, not after like today, but after Krakow, we are headed to Zakopane, and I feel like that's just gonna like top it off. It's gonna be the best. We read that you might be able to walk all the way, oh my gosh, to the top of this tower. So we're gonna try to. Hopefully it's open.
Starting our way up the town hall tower. About 110 steps, that's what I read.
That's so many, oh my goodness. We're about to work up a sweat.
This is like straight up.
Whew, we only went up a few flights of stairs, but it is so narrow. It's a little claustrophobic. There's lots of people going down and up at the same time. But now we're in this like museum?
Yeah, I mean, we bought tickets. It says Museum Krakow, and so we're just in this first little area. We can go up higher, which we will, but first we have this area.
Oh, this is pretty cool, actually. It's honestly pretty rare that Jacob and I ever pay for any entrance to like a kind of touristy thing, but we felt like this one would be really cool because it's a museum and we get a really cool view from the top, so I think this one will be worth it. Jacob's over there learning about Krakow, and he's gonna tell me about it.
I did not realize how much history was in this main square of the city. Like, it's just so crazy that in the 1200s, they were trading and like just living their life, but it was relatively small, but everything was happening in this square. Like, they were trading cloth and the salt from the salt mines. It's just so important to the city.
And after a nice little rest, it is time to climb some more stairs. Oh my gosh, I just stepped on this and I can feel it like moving beneath my feet and it's creaking so much. Listen, I think I'm gonna not go on that one. This door was open, but I'm not actually sure if you're supposed to be on this. It's actually so scary. The twisting parts are actually kind of crazy. You have to pull yourself up with this like chain here, and the step is like this high.
This is what you would wear in the 1600s if you were upper middle class. Would be nice to be that one day. This is a fun one.
So many stairs. Is this the top? Did we make it? Oh yeah, it is. We did. I think. Yay! So there's 3 viewpoints that you can go. Each one looks at a different view of the city. I think the one that Jacob's at right now is my favorite because you can see the huge, really tall church, and it's just so pretty watching all the snow fall onto it. This was definitely very, very fun. Good exercise if you're ever here and you're really cold outside and you need to work up a sweat. This will be the spot for you. And Jacob's coming down now. There's like a glass door though, so you can't actually go onto the balcony, but you can look through the glass door at the views.
This has just been great to just look at Krakow. It looks completely different now that I know that there's like 1,000 years of history of this place.
So cool. And now it's time to go down. It'll be a lot easier going down though than up, and then maybe I can convince Jacob that we need to go get some food now.
Back to the snow, and it looks like it's coming down even harder now.
Some of those spaces coming down were honestly so tight. I was like, this is crazy. And then at one point, whenever you turn the corner, you don't know if someone's gonna be there. So it's kind of like a haunted house with like pop outs. And then at one point I heard someone like, and I was like, oh my gosh, is somebody crying? What's happening? And it was actually just somebody out of breath, and it made me feel a little bit better about myself because I was out of breath too. We decided to walk to this little park, needed a little bit of nature in our lives, but I think it's so funny that these trees are still like yellow. It's like we have fall and winter all in one. We're probably just gonna walk through this park, take a little stroll in the snow, soak it up, enjoy the beautiful views, and then we'll get food.
It's so interesting that it's not even that cold out. Like, it's snowing and it's below like 0 degrees Celsius or like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, but I'm enjoying it out here. It feels like the warmest so far since we've got to Poland.
The whole time we've been walking in this park, I just have been singing that song, "Walking in a Winter Wonderland," in my head the whole time.
Not this again. What?
Did I get you? Wait, no, I have the camera. Oh, I love the snow. Not the face. Jacob's loading up. You're backing it so tight. Don't do it hard. Oh. Thanks for taking it out on the tree and not me.
I had to throw that something. way! You almost missed too.
I feel like being in the snow just turns me into like an instant child. Like I just want to have snowball fights and make snowmen. And this park is like the perfect area because so much snow has collected here.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's just right near the old town and it's just a fun place to be.
This is actually one of my favorite spots so far, I think. It's just fun, like feeling like you're in nature, but also in the middle of a big city.
Look at this giant tree. Why are there ropes around it? Here's the castle we've been walking towards.
This castle is so massive and so pretty. Wow. And they also have some free tickets. Okay, this was definitely worth the walk. I know this is a weird angle, but I wanted you guys to see how pretty it was. And the stairs really weren't bad at all.
Wow, this seems like the thing to do. There's so many people, it's really loud. It's just giant courtyard here that we can just hang out in for free.
This gold dome is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I've always really liked castles, just staring at them from the outside, but I think I just unlocked a new level of my love for castles. Castles covered in snow. We just came into the cutest little restaurant. It's kind of hidden back here. It's pretty far away from the old town, so the prices are a lot better. We got a kielbasa and some Polish cheese, so let's dig in. We got some of the same cheese when we were at the Christmas market in Warsaw, but I think because it was cold outside, it got hard really fast because this cheese is so ooey and gooey. So let's give it a try. It's so good. This one is definitely a lot gooier and warmer, which is amazing. Oh, it's so good. It's so salty. It just mixes so well with the jam. I got some of the kielbasa with the bread. I'm gonna dip it in the mustard. Ooh, that mustard's really, it's a different consistency than I'm used to. Let's give it a try. So delicious. The mustard is a little bit different. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's not sweeter or anything, it just is a little bit different. It's so good. And we have some soup coming.
Now that we've eaten the sausage and the cheese and they were both fantastic, it's now time to try this traditional Polish soup with egg and it's beef, right?
Sausage. Yeah.
Sausage. And looks like there's some other good spices in there too. They also got it with bread. That is steamy. Try to be careful there. Oh, whoa! The sausage is like it's so soft. Just bite right through it, and the egg too. We got a lot of egg in here. Like there's a whole hard-boiled egg. Wow, I am loving that so far. Well, that's just so great, especially in the wintertime when it's snowing outside and you can enjoy just a really hot bowl of soup.
Well, we were still pretty hungry, so we ended up getting some dumplings, and we actually got them with meat this time. We've never had meat dumplings before. I'm not actually sure what kind of meat is in it, but we'll dip it in some sour cream, and I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. I honestly don't know what that is. Maybe turkey? It's delicious though, whatever it is. See, it's like kind of light. I don't know.
Wow, that was delicious. I hope we come back there at some point while we're still in Krakow. We are filming a Polish food tour while we're here. That might actually be the next video we post. And so that spot, I think we'll be back. We walked a few minutes to our next place.
And recently we've been watching this show called The Amazing Race, and we happened to be at one of the pit stops on the show. So part of the show was filmed right here at this restaurant in the Jewish quarter of Krakow.
This is so much fun. I mean, I was like, we're not gonna actually go there and eat there, but we were already like so close, so we might as well stop by.
It's really cool. It's a huge restaurant. I'm sure the food's probably pretty good too. And now we have made it to the Jewish square. It is really pretty. There's lots of buildings, but it's so quiet. Maybe it's because it's like that time of day where it's starting to get dark. Maybe people are getting off work, they just got home, nobody's really out, but it's kind of spooky how quiet it is over here.
That's gonna do it for this first day here in Krakow. We're so excited to be here and to keep exploring in future videos. If you want to check out our first day in Warsaw, it'll be right there, and subscribe for more.